Fight World. It's your boy, Ego. You know what? I'm back again. I went out, ran a couple errands. It's raining out there. Black Friday sales. I drove by the outlets. Traffic was crazy. So I was like, you know what? I got another one in me. Because I'm definitely not going out in that traffic. I never even understood Black Friday. Black Friday is just like, I really feel Black Friday is overrated. You know what I'm saying? Like, to get $30 off of something, you're going to wait in line for 12 hours. Like, that doesn't really register with me. I think the older I get, it's about peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like crowds. Like, you know, I don't get anxiety or nothing. I just don't like it. You know, so I can't be in no crowds just wasting away. I feel like I should be doing something, you know, being in line for 10 hours. Shout out to Ron Finkley, man. It's the army. YouTube tripping with these notifications. But fuck it, let's do a roll call. Yeah. Keep bouncing. We about to do this my way. Now who the sick? Hey. Shout out to Meth. Traces of lipstick on my collar. Baby, you gotta do some more to get this last dollar. Hotter than lava when you come believe that I'm a follower. Lady Madonna like to drink this, she don't like to swallow. Rockin' that Prada, honey, stay up in the beauty parlor. Girl, it will be my honor. Make you my baby mama. Holla, she hella proper. Fuck with it, dumb, cunt. Hey. Keep bouncing. We just gonna warm the mic up. Got you one to spend your money? St. Louis Pizza? Nah, what's that? What do they do different? Black Friday's a scam. He said Black Friday scam. You should be mad they overcharge you 364 days a year. For real. They just, man. I'm good on Black Friday. I shop online. I be finding deals. I don't know. I don't have no issue. I find some pretty good deals online. Make sure y'all smash the like button. I don't know how long this is going to be. I just got back. All right. Look, we're going to do that method, man. Hey, itching to start the mission. Flip it, so keep your distance. Ain't got no pot to piss in. Ain't got no Damn, hold on. We're going to run it back. I just ate. I don't know. Hold on. We got to catch it. Hey. Yo, let's do that meth. Look, itching to start the mission. Flip it, so keep your distance. Ain't got no pot to piss in. Ain't got no competition. Listen, I slipped to clip it. Tripping, you give me lipping. Flip it. Commits to catch a whipping. Let's talk about it, man. We got to talk about that Terrence Crawford, that boy Bud. You know, the rumor is he might fight Luis Collazo. Black Friday, buy that Wilder fight. Cyber Monday. I don't really find no deals on Cyber Monday either. I'm trying to think of what I've ever bought on Cyber Monday. I don't know. And see, a lot of the stuff I like, I guess I have expensive taste. Like for electronics and stuff, the gadgets that I've been needing are never on sale. It's like the watered down models, you know. Like, I mean, sometimes they had little bundles and shit. But let's talk about it, people. I don't know how long this stream is gonna be. Smash the like button. So the rumor is Terrence Bud Crawford versus Luis Collazo sometime early 2019. You know, I seen and read a lot of negative comments and on the fight, you know, on Twitter, my video and all that. I didn't expect it to be that bad, but yeah, people they got a lot to say of that fight. What y'all think about that fight? Luis Collazo and Terrence Crawford, March 2019. It's not official, but looks like they're working on it. What do you guys feel about that? Hey, this YouTube shit is tripping. is decent. YouTube got to figure this shit out. At least he's staying busy. Underwhelming, but Collazo is okay. But see, people got to be, I will say this. A lot of times people, they complain about the fight. But realistically speaking, Al Heyman and Fox on PBC, they just announced their first half, and a good portion of it involves welterweights. So they already have fights. So who y'all want Terrence Crawford to realistically fight that doesn't have a fight already? Sure, I could think of a ton of great names over there on PBC, but you got to be realistic. Name somebody who was not announced to fight on Fox PBC or BRONER PACQUIAO, because that, you know, is now a fight with the press conference. So basically name a PBC fighter that doesn't have a fight that you want to see Crawford fight. You know, y'all got to be realistic. You said keep it real. You don't even keep it realistic. See, that changed the playing field. He could have fought the Lithuanian boy. Hell no. Mean Machine. Mean Machine. So how you gonna be underwhelmed with Luis Collazo, but then you want to see him fight Mean Machine? That don't make no sense. I mean, the only difference is Mean Machine's undefeated, but he's undefeated, but he don't have a resume like Collazo. So that's, I don't see how that's significantly better. I don't see. Collazo's a vet. Do y'all watch boxing? Jesse Vargas is better? Nah, bro. Y'all wild. Jesse Vargas just came off 2 draws. What y'all talk? Do y'all, hey, for real, do y'all watch boxing? Jesse Vargas, he's a veteran. But how is that much better? What are you talking about? Jesse Vargas is coming off 2 draws. He just had a draw with Thomas Delorme, who been stopped by Crawford, by Luis Carlos Abregu. What y'all talking about? How is Jesse Vargas like significantly a better option? Collazo's an action fighter. You know, he's a blood and guts dude. He gave Keith Thurman a scare, like the biggest scare of Keith Thurman's career. These dudes can't watch boxing. Motherfuckers said Jesse Vargas. Oh my God. Mr. J. Duke. Y'all don't know shit about boxing. That's what this boils down to. Collazo's 37. I don't give a fuck. Golovkin's 36. Who cares? What's that got to do with anything? So, okay, so I could put you in the hot seat. Name a Mr. J. Duke. Name a better fighter that's available that hasn't been announced for PBC. So 37 is too old for you? Okay, fuck it. So name a young, youthful guy who doesn't have a fight coming up that Crawford could have fought. What y'all talking about? Mr. J. Duke. Ain't none. Then what you talking about? You talking about Collazo's 37 and your name Mr. J. Duke 40. You probably 40. So what you talking about? It's not that. Listen, my thoughts are this. It could be an interesting fight. It could be an interesting fight for sure. Y'all sleeping on Collazo. That's my dude. But I'm not saying that because it's my dude. But shout out to him. Shout out to Brooklyn. Y'all fucking sleeping on him. But I do think this is the only reservation. Just how y'all are acting, that's how it's gonna be if Crawford beats him. You know, so to me, the only downside to a fight like this is it's not gonna be a star builder fight. It's not like I don't see Collazo beating a game Collazo. You know, hardcore fans might give you some credit for it, but it's not gonna catapult you to pay-per-view success. You know what I'm saying? So that's the downside for Crawford, is you might be in a tough fight, you know, guy who comes to show up and fight, good punch, you know, good power, veteran, but you're not going to get the true accolade. Like let's say Crawford beat Keith Thurman, then you'll get the true, you know, that's a star builder type of fight. Even guys like Danny Garcia. 34 ego, and I don't disagree with you. No matter who he fights, it's an issue. In my opinion, it opens up the PBC fight, so be it. Like, listen, I'm not, see, this is the thing, is like, I told you on my live stream, I prefer this fight to Mean Machine. Collazo's done way more. Please, you don't watch boxing. If you want to tell me Mean Machine has done more than Collazo in his welterweight career, then you don't know shit about boxing. Straight like that. There's no way on earth that you could convince me that Mean Machine has done more than Collazo. There's no way. You know, there's no way you know what you're talking about. But that being said, like I said, the only downside for Crawford is it's not the type of momentous, you know, guy, you know, with so much relevance and prominence and stuff that's going to be a star builder fight. You know, it's not like a superstar, like, you know, whoever wins Errol Spence versus Garcia, that could be a superstar build, you know, because they're going to do it in front of 100,000, so it'll be a big event. You know, whoever wins BRONER PACQUIAO, they could go on to net another, their very next fight could be something Floyd, you know. Thulani Binge is 5-0, 29 years old, and have the IBO belt. But who's tripping off the IBO belt? Should Crawford only fight young guys, though? But see, this is the thing. The problem is all these other dudes, like, what's his name? There's a guy who's rated #1 in the IBF or the WBO. His name is Colton or whatever his name is. And whoever you just said, Kaylani, Thulani, whatever. These guys might be good guys, but they haven't been built and exposed to America. So I don't really see those be that those wouldn't sell. You know, like how? Who's watched Thulani Binge? Who watched him? You know what I'm saying, in America? You know, so I don't really see that. Luis Collazo is at least a respected veteran. However, he just doesn't have enough momentum. And I'm trying to think of someone who's... Luis Collazo is like kind of like a Gabe Rosado-ish. And I don't say that in a disrespectful way, but those are two Puerto Rican American dudes. They come to fight. They come to bang, pause. And they could give you a tougher fight than their records indicate. You get me? Like Gabe Rosado... You just seen him versus Luis Cuba Arias. I thought he beat Arias. So he's going to come to fight, come to scrap. If you don't get him out of there, you know, and wash him, then he's going to give you a tough fight. He gave Peter Quillen a tough fight before the DQ or whatever happened. I forgot. So that's kind of how like Collazo is. You know, he's not going to lay down for sure. But my only thing is it doesn't... It's the same echelon as Jeff Horn, Jose Benavidez, and that type of opponent. It's not going to be the guys that take, to me, in my opinion, it's not going to be the type of names that would take him to that level. You guys have to understand the business. Even BRONER, you can say whatever you want. Collazo might be a more difficult fight for Crawford than BRONER. I don't know. You know, who knows? Because Collazo does let his hands go and he's a southpaw. But in this business... a win over BRONER would do more for Crawford's career. You get what I'm saying? Just based on who BRONER is in the business side. So please tread lightly with what I'm saying. I'm not saying this is what I prefer. I'm not saying I created these rules. I'm not saying this is how I like it. I'm just simply being realistic. For example, there's other guys that PACQUIAO could have fought that might be even more difficult than BRONER. But do they carry the same name as BRONER? The same energy, the ability to set, you know, so that's the business side of it. So Crawford, you know, we know the name. If Crawford were to be Adrian Broner, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, Errol Spence Jr., maybe even Kell Brook, those are like the bigger names that would help get him to the next level, like an echelon above the Felix Diaz, Jose Benavidez, Collazo, you know, Jeff Horn, guys who are, I'm not saying they don't present any difficulty, but they present a certain level of difficulty, but they don't have the necessary like momentum or star power. And that's where Crawford's kind of stuck with, because he re-upped with Top Rank, and they just don't have control of the board in the welterweight division. That's the reality of it. That's why you're seeing, just like Eddie Hearns, and we're going to talk about that, just like Eddie Hearns is now, do you notice Eddie Hearns was making statements about Joshua Wilder and what they weren't going to do for negotiation? They were basically saying, take it or leave it. You already agreed to this. If that's what you want, then take it, because we're not drafting up another contract. But notice when Wilder started making power moves and fighting Tyson Fury, all of a sudden, Eddie Hearns started coming correct. Hey, we'll give you a percentage. We want to go negotiate right now. We want to give you a 2-fight deal, one in the UK, one in the USA. You see? Same thing's happening with Bob Arum. This motherfucker Al Heyman is powerful, whether you want to admit it or not. He's powerful because he's making power moves, and he's making the competition bend and not be congruent with what they said. Same thing with Bob Arum. Bob Arum has an interview. I was there. It was in Crawford Benavidez fight week. I was there, but it's on the internet. Bob Arum was talking about basically Terrence Crawford. He wants Errol Spence, and he doesn't want to match up Sean Porter and Danny Garcia with Crawford because those are too easier. He says something to that effect, like it does nothing for him because the real, the only good guy that PBC has is Errol Spence. That's the only like credible welterweight name. So it's funny that he said that, Bob Arum said that, yet now you're not fighting Danny Garcia or Sean Porter, former champion and a current champion, but you're fighting Collazo most likely. So when people start bending their wheels, that means the other person strategically is outranking them. You get what I'm saying? Because why the sudden change? How do you go from saying Sean Porter and Danny Garcia aren't good enough for Crawford to fighting somebody like Collazo, who, I personally, I don't think that's a horrible fight. Like, it's just not the type of crazy event, big event with immense fanfare and stuff that's going to really, make a lot of noise. But in terms of a difficulty for a guy who's new, a guy who, new at the welterweight division, I think it's a difficult enough fight. I mean, Collazo showed you that. The worst he probably looked was versus Amir Khan, but he was fighting like a maniac in that fight. He was walking up to Amir Khan with his hands down. And Amir Khan, to his credit, looked really good in that fight, both in shape and his speed and shit. He just looked crisp. But other than that, Collazo, he's giving everyone tough fights and or beat him or arguably beat him. Kind of like I said, kind of like a Gabe Rosado type. Someone who's not going to lay down, tough, gives you a good fight. Keith Thurman was in trouble with Collazo. But again, like I said, don't misconstrue what I'm saying. Is that the number one? Obviously, it's not the creme de la creme, Spence versus Crawford. I'm not saying no bullshit like that. Mr. J, he said, Ego, you changed my mind on this subject. What part? What was your mind? Listen, the comments that y'all are leaving let me know who the fuck knows shit about boxing and who don't. Period. Because people are saying Collazo is 37. Collazo has 7 losses. That's boxing. You a BoxRec fan. No, that's what BoxRec fans do. Wikipedia fans. Listen, I use Wikipedia, I use BoxRec, but there's some guys in this beautiful sport of boxing, you can't go off their record. You can't. It's just what it is. Emmanuel Burton, he might beat your ass. Darnell Boone, he might beat your ass. Luis Collazo, he might beat your ass. But their records aren't going to show you. Gabe Rosado might beat your ass. But their record's not going to show you that. You're like, oh, Gabe Rosado, 11 losses or whatever the fuck he has. Some guys are like that. Not everybody. Some guys, they are what their record suggests. You know what I'm saying? Some guys that got 12 losses, they're 12 losses type fighters. But some guys are victims of politics and all types of bullshit. Now, don't get it twisted. There's some guys with multiple losses or a lot of recent losses, and it indicates exactly where they're at. But there are some occasional people like Collazo where if you go off of just his record, that's not an indication of the type of fight you're in. Look at Keith Thurman. They said the same thing. When Keith Thurman fought Collazo, look at ponytail cherry picking. They said the same shit. Collazo had Thurman racing Usain Bolt in there. Thurman had the bubble guts from that body shot. So, you know, some guys are like that. And I think Collazo is one of those. But again, listen to what I'm saying. Collazo's game, he's not going to come to lie down. That doesn't make him the favorite over Terrence Crawford. I'm not saying nothing like that. But I think it could be an interesting fight. Again, unfortunately, I think fights like Spence Garcia, BRONER, PACQUIAO, those are bigger fights, bigger events, name known guys. So it does more for their careers, for the winner. Yeah, Keith Thurman was like, not going to happen, baby. And started skedaddling. You know someone hurt you to the body if you skedaddle. Somebody type skedaddle. Y'all don't know how to spell that. That motherfucker Thurman, he had to skedaddle. That's how you know that shit hurt. If you skedaddle. Thurman got ghost on him. That man Thurman had a ghost ride the whip when Collazo hit him. So, you know, for a new guy, third fight or whatever at welterweight, it's solid. It's just not the big event type of fight that'll wow everybody. He said Thurman dipped. Thurman really did dip. That motherfucker just, he got go. But I mean, that was smart of him, because he would have probably got knocked down or stopped if he did that. If he didn't do that, so I don't blame him. That man Thurman, he got ghost. He went Casper on him, stealth mode. So, you know, but see, this what I've been doing this for quite some time now, covering boxing. Motherfuckers they only look at, they don't look at the matchup. They just look at like records and like like Collazo hasn't been in any real big fights recently. They're just looking at the basics, you know, like the surface area shit. But if you know your boxing, you'll know like different attributes to see if stylistically this could be a good fight. I told people Marcos Maidana was not a walk-through fight for Floyd based on the way he fights. Look at that first fight. I said it before the first fight. There were not that many people who were saying that at that time. The videos are still up on the channel. I was telling anybody who would listen in several videos that Marcos Maidana improved his jab with Robert Garcia and training out in Oxnard, improved his stamina, had a great win over BRONER, and fighting Floyd. People are like, oh, this is a cherry pick, because that's not what they wanted. Maybe they wanted Amir Khan at the time or whatever. And I told you, it's not the easy fight that people are making it out to be. Like, it's, you know. And guess what? Canelo, see, this is what I'm saying. Motherfuckers really don't know shit about boxing. Canelo, some people really gave Canelo a shot to beat Floyd, and they totally discounted Marcos Maidana. And guess who the fuck did better versus Floyd? Marcos Maidana. PACQUIAO. For years, people argued, said PACQUIAO could stop him, and Floyd has trouble with southpaws. And it wasn't even a southpaw in Marcos Maidana that got a rematch, and a rightful rematch, because he gave Floyd some good rounds. I still thought he lost, but, you know, he challenged Floyd. So Maidana did better than Pacquiao and Canelo did versus Floyd. But y'all motherfuckers said it was a cherry pick. Y'all got, the sooner you get rid of that emotion in boxing, the better off you'll be and the more accurate you'll be. Collazo versus Crawford, that's a, stylistically, it's a solid fight. Stylistically, Collazo could give Crawford some problems, especially being new to the division. It's not like Crawford got 8 fights and he's been doing this, you know. Stylistically is not bad. Again, my only thing with it is like Errol Spence is in a fight where the capacity is 100,000. He's gonna be on Fox pay-per-view. He was just on the Dallas Cowboys game being announced, saying he had a fight coming up. So his star build is growing. If Mikey beats Errol, of course his star build is gonna grow. Like, damn, he jumped up 2 weight classes and took on the boogeyman and beat him. You know, Pacquiao Broner, the winner of that is probably gonna get a Floyd fight or another big fight, you know. So it's just Crawford, to me, his fight is not like a huge, I don't think that's a huge event. You know, you couldn't put that on ESPN pay-per-view. That would have to be on ESPN or ESPN Plus. See, and Crawford, I think based on his skill and based on his talent, should be in fights where hopefully it's building him to the next level. See, Crawford's in, I predicted this shit. I really feel like Tupac, man. Remember when Pac said, I predicted this shit in Tupacalypse, and for once I was down with, it felt good in the hood being, like, I predicted this shit in Tupacalypse. I told you this is what Terrence Crawford was gonna have an issue with, because Top Rank don't hold the cards. They don't hold no welterweight cards. He's the best fighter in boxing, arguably, and the other best welterweight guys aren't on Top Rank, so they can't easily just pick and choose who they want and give them, you know. He's going to struggle because he's going to have to fight this echelon of competition where he's not, you know, he's not going to really get the credit despite how tough the fight is. You know, like, I look at like Felix Diaz, Luis Collazo, Jose Benavidez, Jeff Horn. They're all in the same kind of tax bracket. Guys that could give you some difficulty, maybe be difficult fights, but you're not going to get maximum credit because they don't carry much crazy momentum, or they got this crazy buzz about them or popularity. And that's the rut that Terrence Crawford is in, being with Top Rank and having to fight those. He's going to fight, he's fighting a lot of low reward, you know, medium to high risk guys, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to the other, you know, fighting a low risk, high reward. So that's, Crawford's going to have difficulty with that until he gets the big name. It's just the reality. I told you guys this. But look at Bob Arum has been forced to kind of check himself. He said he didn't want to worry about Sean Porter or Danny Garcia. And remember, I literally said this. I said beggars can't be choosers. If you guys fuck with the channel, you will remember when I said that. I said, when I was talking about Crawford versus Spence, I said PBC, they got their own infrastructure. This was before Spence versus Garcia was confirmed or announced. So this is, I said it in a live stream multiple times. This would just, the Spence fight was just a rumor with Garcia. And I specifically said beggars can't be choosers. How you gonna say, I said PBC has their own whatever goals and plans for what they want to do with Errol Spence. And I told you, I think they're trying to align him with greatness, star build, you know, put him in a position where he could collect all the belts. So by the time when he does fight Crawford, it's for all the marbles, and there's no doubt in anybody's mind who's the A side is. Simple. And with what I just said in the past, in the today's news with Crawford Collazo, it looks like that. Shout out to Thomas Sapp $5 super chat. Ego never sleeps. Dude was born to do boxing. I like seeing my black folks be happy and have their own thing. And how was your Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving was real cool. You know, just chill. I'm trying to gear up. Boxing about to be crazy in December, so I'm just kicking it. You know, that's why you see me like scruffy and shit. Like, I'm just trying to kick it because it's go time. From December on, it's popping in boxing. So I'm just, you know, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool. While shooting some people upside. When a couple of guys, they were up to no good. Started making trouble in my name. You know, I'm just chilling out, maxing and relaxing because I know it's about to be go time. And we're going to turn up for the channel. But thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. But man, I mean, like I said, Crawford, he's a talent, but he's gonna be faced with this, where he's gonna get fights that might be difficult, but it's not gonna give him the reward. Like if Pacquiao beats BRONER, he's gonna get a reward for it because everybody knows who BRONER is. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone necessarily knows Collazo like that, but the hardcores know who he is. I think it could be a solid fight from a stylistic perspective, but he's not going to get, to my knowledge, you know, he's not going to get crazy recognition for it. Yeah, I'll be out in New York probably. I don't know which one I want to go to yet, but I'll probably come out to something. So, you know, that's the conundrum that Crawford's in, which I started to tell you about. You know, the good thing is this opens the floodgate, you know, of working. You know, this is like probably the third PBC fighter that Crawford's going to fight. John Molina, Felix Diaz, and then Luis Collazo, if that gets signed off, which it looks like it will. You know, so that's cool. They need to keep working together so we can eventually get the big names or whatever. But I'm telling you, this is what happens when, like, I'm trying to think of an example for you, and I'm normally pretty good with the analogies. Make sure you guys smash the like button. We just working. Smash the like button. Let me think. Let me see if I can think of a quick analogy to illustrate what I'm saying. Like PBC, they have their welterweight, especially the welterweight division. They run the welterweight division minus Crawford, and it's boxing, so you know, one fighter don't stop no show, so to speak. So they have a lot of ways they can mix and match around robbing the guys and star build because they have deep stables in a lot of divisions. 54, you know, like, okay, like look at 54, right? Who has a better 54 stable? See, you guys don't understand. Like, this is chess, not checkers, man. Y'all still playing checkers. Name a company, a boxing promotional outfit not related to Premier Boxing Champs or Al Heyman that got a better welterweight or 154-pound division. Simple question, eh? Name somebody. And listen, I'm not asking you to name somebody just for the fuck of it. Name somebody with a better 147 or better 154-pound division. Don't name some company with one motherfucker and they don't have a slew of big names at that division. It's not, the whole exercise is not just to have somebody answer. It's someone to answer the question intelligently and factually. Yeah, man. Damn, you from Japan? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to my boy Tenshin Nasukawa too. He trying to get that Mayweather payday. Yeah, man, I'll be at the Wilder Fury fight. Name somebody that has a promotional company not in any way connected or related to Al Heyman, so their own promotional banner, Golden Boy, Top Rank, you know, whoever, Gary Shaw or somebody, Banner Boxing, who has a better 147-pound division or a better 154-pound division. Not one person in that division, not two people, but like multiple big name stars. Please answer. I told you, We so well versed. These questions are basically like rhetorical questions because I've already done the research and I've already answered the question and I know the answer. And if you know boxing, you'll know the answer too. So it's basically like a rhetorical question, but I'll let y'all try to answer it. Another trash cherry by Crawford in Top Rank. Y'all going in. Name someone who has a better 47 and 54 pound division with popular active fighters. It's a simple question. How come no one can answer? Please answer somebody. So we can move on. Can no one can answer? See? Nobody got no answer. You ain't got the answers. Houseway. I'm like Kanye. Y'all ain't got the answers. It's cool. I've already thought about it. There is no promotional boxing company that has a deeper, popular, branded 147 or 54 pound division. Yeah, Eddie Hearn got Kell Brook. He's a 54 pounder, but that's it. And he's won one fight in his last 3 fights and lost 2. You know, sure, Golden Boy and I forgot, Xanafer Promotions. They got Jaime Munguia. That's one fighter though. Who can Jaime Munguia fight? Who can he fight? They're talking about him fighting Inouye. I thought Inouye was at like 118 or something. So he about to fight Inouye big brother or somebody. I don't even know who that dude is. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, Al Heyman has at least a couple guys. He has Jared Swift Hurd, and he has Jermell Charlo, 2 champions. He has Erislandy Lara, who's still a quality fighter. I would definitely watch a rematch with Hurd and Lara, or Lara versus Jermell. He also has Julian J. Rock Williams, right? Welterweight, we don't even have to get into. That's what I'm saying. It's chess, not checkers. Al Heyman has a way to build and like in-house make a ton of fights. Jaime Munguia has to fight some additional Inouye that's not like the Inouye at 118. You know? Who is Jaime Munguia? Like, let's say Jaime Munguia don't fight no Al Heyman fighter. Who is Jaime Munguia going to fight? Who is Golden Boy and Xanafer going to put Jaime Munguia in there with? He already beat Liam Smith. Nobody's trying to see a rematch. He won convincingly. Patrick Teixeira, who got knocked out by Curtis Stevens. Who's Jaime Munguia going to fight? Munguia versus Vanes. It's not bad, but, you know, Vanes got brutally annihilated by Golovkin. See, PBC has Hurd, Charlo, Lara, Williams, Trout, Monroe, Terrell Goucher. You know, he didn't. It's not like he got knocked out versus Lara. He just lost to Lara. They still got Erickson Lubin. You know, I know Jermell knocked him out 1 round, but I wouldn't mind J-Rock versus Erickson Lubin or some shit. Mad Selesky. I don't know if he's with Al Heyman or if he's just been doing bit. I don't know. I have to look up that. Hey, y'all going in. Collazo's Crawford Salka. Hey, you're tripping. That's not even the same. Salka wasn't in Danny Garcia's division. Yeah, Erickson Lubin, I think he can come back. You know, he just has to mentally come back from the Charlo thing. Or even, like, if Lubin strings up some wins and he wants to try to get some get back, maybe. Love Dugal. You're a Box Rec Wikipedia fan, bro. 37-year-old, 7 loss. Like, I already said this. We already went over this. You late to the party. The bottom line is some guys are better than their record indicate. And if you honestly knew boxing, you would know that some fights that's why you can't judge boxing like that, but you don't know shit about boxing. Because some of the fights Collazo was in that he lost are controversial. I could think of at least 2. Berto and the Ricky Hatton fight. Those are 2. So if he would have won those fights, or judges scored them for him, and he might have won those fights, then guess what? That changes his losses to 5, right? Then you have to look at who he lost to. He lost to Amir Khan, Shane Mosley, right? And then you'll start looking at that. He lost to Keith Thurman. These are all Hall of Famers and or champions. So you don't know shit about boxing. Because that's like, here's another example that you probably don't know because you don't know shit about boxing. Lucas Matisse. Lucas Matisse, when he came to America, off rip, he had 2 losses. So if you judge him off of that, damn, he lost to Devin Alexander. Damn, he lost to Zab Judah. But guess what? A lot of people thought that he won both of those fights. So really, he was like an undefeated power puncher from Argentina who, could have gotten robbed in 2 fights, or at least won one of them. So that would have took 2 losses and consolidated it to 1. Because he definitely, I thought, beat Devin Alexander. Zab Judah one was a little bit closer. I got to watch it again. But, a lot of people thought he beat Zab too. So you don't know shit about boxing, bro. You're not fucking with me. It's whatever. We could bet whatever, dog. Like, I'm on that Cassidy shit. No, bro. I just told you an example. Lucas Matisse, before he got to Lamont Peterson, his record looked the same. Because, oh, shit, he lost hella to Zab and Devin Alexander. But if you know it, that don't mean he really lost. You look at Richard Brill. Damn, he lost to Brandon Rios. He really beat Brandon Rios. But his record doesn't show that. So who cares? You look at Danny Jacobs. I thought he beat Golovkin. So he really should have just lost to Dimitri Perot. But his record is going to show Triple G loss. So, boxing's fickle like that. Anywho, I just don't think that Collazo can take. I don't think it's a superstar fight to take him to the next level. It's it's similar to Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs was in some decently tough fights, like on paper, but based on the names, they weren't the Charlos, they weren't Canelo, they weren't the Triple G2, they weren't Billy Joe Saunders, they weren't Demetrius Andrade. So a lot of people aren't going to give you credit for it. That's what it is. That's how people treat boxing. They're like, oh, Jacobs, ever since he fought Triple G, he fought Mad Seletsky, he fought, Luis Cuba Arias, and he fought Sergey Derevchenko. Those are all on paper at least tough fights, but he's not going to get the full credit for it because their names don't resonate with casuals and shit. Yeah, Danny Garcia got a good resume. Danny got a good resume, for sure. But you just randomly bringing that. Like, who's talking about Danny Garcia? No one said Danny Garcia had a bad resume. I always show Danny love. I've been told you. Danny Garcia has the best resume under 30. At least the top 3. Argue. Somebody challenge me on that. Him, Canelo, and I don't even know who else. But in the under 30 club, Danny Garcia, Canelo, and I don't even know who else who I put. But he's definitely top 3, maybe top 5, but I think he's top 5. I mean top 3. Resume under 30. People who are under 30 years old, Canelo and Danny, they the ones for resume. That man Canelo got a better resume than Golovkin, and he ain't even touched 30 yet. And Golovkin is 36. Hey, don't be mad at me. I'm only being real. Yeah. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me that. And you can't even consider Canelo Triple G all the way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because when you look at Triple G's resume, you're going to say, oh, but he fought Canelo twice. Yeah. But they both have that in common. So that, that's a wash. That's like, it makes it like neutral. They both have that to their name. That man Canelo, Yeah, you know I ain't lying. I'm talking about Triple. Who? Hey, let's see who run out. Name champions or Hall of Famers or good fighters that from Triple G that Triple G fought, and I'll do the same for Canelo. Canelo resume way better, bro. That's perhaps too big of a statement. Canelo's gonna clean up 168. You better clean up Rocky Fielding first. That's way too big of a statement. Because if he cleans up 168, he has to go through Zurdo Ramirez, Jose Uzcategui versus Caleb Plant winner. He's gonna have to go through Caleb Smith. You tripping? We gotta see what the fuck he looked like versus Rocky Fielding. You tripping? Only A-class fighter Triple G beat was Jacobs. That's it. And I don't even think he beat him. I don't really think he beat him. I don't. I'm sorry. I was at the fight. Rocky Fielding is horrible. Yeah, but see, y'all gotta understand this. Somebody who you think is horrible at that division might be good against somebody who's giving up height and weight, and you know, like, all right, let me think of it. All right, let's say Felix Verdejo. He just got stopped at 135. But if somebody who's small was a real good fighter at 130, that don't mean he's just gonna move up and beat Felix Verdejo's ass because Felix Verdejo lost to somebody. It's not how that works. So Canelo, he you know, he might still have challenges. I thought Liam Smith versus Canelo had some level of competitiveness. It wasn't just Canelo walked all over him. Canelo won and ultimately won by stoppage, but Liam Smith was getting some shots off on Canelo. Verdejo just fought. He bounced back since the win. But anyway, a lot of shit going on in boxing. Liam Smith gave Munguia a solid fight. I'm surprised he didn't get stopped because he got hurt at certain spots, and he's tough. Triple G wants no 168 smoke. Man, he don't want no 160 smoke. It don't look like. He talking about fighting Ryota Murata coming off the loss. We're both off losses. All right. Zurdo and Caleb Smith are both calling him out. Man, what about Charlo? Like, see, this is what's wrong with boxing. How does Charlo just get skipped? Motherfuckers have a problem with Jamal's resume, they say, but then they want Triple G and Canelo to leave to 168? Hell nah. How does Canelo? This is crazy, bro. Hey, how Canelo leave the division in 2 fights? I think he needs to go back to 160 regardless. How you got 2 fights at 160 and then you leave the division? Triple G, he's fought more middleweights, but he just started getting to the upper echelon of like skillful guys and had tough fights. So now that you're already there, no one's trying to see you regress and fight Ryota Murata with absolutely no defense. Makes no sense. Yes, the WBC ordered Golovkin versus Charlo, and now Golovkin's looking at every he said Triple G is waiting for, he wants the Rubio rematch. Hey, you wildin'. Man. Y'all be giving passes in boxing. Triple G hates the WBC now. Man, listen. You got to pick a side and rock with that. Don't say shit about Charlo's resume is not adequate if you making all the excuses for Canelo and Triple G to not fight him. because he told me on tape, I got the tape, that he's down for the smoke, that he want to fight both of them. And he called out Triple G specifically last time I seen him, which was at the Garcia Porter fight. So, and if you're making exceptions and saying that he doesn't earn it, then you can't complain about his resume. Con Brook Hearn confident a deal will get done. I heard about that. That's cool. Charlo Monroe, I don't know. I gotta see, man. I gotta see how I feel, because just traveling, sometimes you like get tired and sick and drained. I gotta see how I feel, to be honest. I just wing it, whatever the fans want, but you know, whatever my body's telling me too. So, cause like, you know, this is like flu season. I just gotta make sure everything's going smoothly on these trips. But yeah, Crawford Collazo, it's solid. It's just not like, it's not a monumental fight that fans are gonna be like, yeah. So that's the battle that Crawford is gonna be faced with. And this is what I told you guys. This is what I told you was gonna be the difficulty for Crawford. But now you see Al Heyman, he's forcing people to bend their wheels. Bob Arum says Al Heyman don't exist. Why are you working with him then? Why is Bob Arum in Top Rank trying to put together a Collazo fight if Al Heyman don't exist? So he's like, whether people see it or not, he's out here calling people's bluffs. Like, that's like someone saying Boxingego don't exist, but then they're coming to me for YouTube help, and then you hear they start working with me. So what you just said, what explain that then? You know, Errol Spence even checked Bob Arum on that when he had that little thing with Crawford. He was like, man, he said that Al didn't exist. He said and then they're like, what? Bob Arum tried to act like he didn't know. He's like, why? Well, he said, you said Al, you said Bob. He said Al didn't exist. Errol Spence said that to Bob Arum's face. He said, you said, you tried to say Bob didn't exist, or you said Al didn't exist. Man down, you said Al didn't exist. Bob Arum tried to play like he didn't know why, who said it? Why, you said it. He said, when Errol Spence said it the first time, I know he got a little bit of accent, but when he said it the first time, I knew exactly what the fuck he was talking about. But Bob Arum was like, why do white people always look at the black guy for translation when it like was a black guy talking? Like Errol Spence said it, and then Bob Arum gonna look at Crawford to translate. White people were looking for another black. What did he say? Translate that for me. Watch the clip. I see everything, bro. White people be trying to get that translated. That I need a fella nigger to translate what was just said. I heard exactly what Errol Spence said the first time. Errol Spence said, you said Al didn't exist. You said Al didn't exist. What? And then Bob looked exactly at his fighter, Terrence Crawford, to translate. Watch the clip. I got big eyes for a reason. I see all this shit. My man gonna look at Crawford to break it down. Like, what did he say? White people always looking for black translation. The black channel. like Errol Spence was speaking African. like he was from Zamunda. He acted like Errol Spence was just like, you said that be no ow. You said Al Heyman. Boop, 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 boop. Like he said it perfect. I understood exactly what I understand everything that Errol said. Bob tried to play it off. Yeah, you said it. You said Al didn't exist. You try to say Al didn't exist. Who said what? What? Who said? Nah, you said Al didn't exist. Man down. He said, shut that soft ass shit up. Man down. You said that Al didn't exist. I heard you. I heard you with that man down shit. You know what I'm saying? See, man. They say I'm from the South, man. Go watch that clip. I ain't lying. Y'all know I'm keeping a buck. Errol Spence tried to check. He tried to call him out on the spot. Bob Aaron was like, "Yeah, you, Bob. You said Alden is this. First you try to say now. Now you saying." That shit was funny. Yeah, Bob looked at Crawford. That's what I'm saying. He need that nigga translation. I know what that mean. He need that nigga translation. You said Alden is this. What did he say? What? 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 What did he? Terrence Crawford, translate. What did he? I see you, Bob. Bob funny. Man, you said Alden is this. Man down. I'm about to get off here, man. Man, I ain't playing shit. I'm not looking for all that right now. If you don't believe me, go watch the clip. Go watch that clip. No, this is not alcohol, you drunk motherfuckers. Sparkling grapefruit. Broner is buns. That's a weird thing to say. Pause. Broner is buns. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here. Man down. Broner still waiting on that 6'9" feature. Shit, he might have to wait 20, 25 years if the dude get pinched. That dude's facing Fed time. That's crazy. Hey, TMZ be snitching too. You know, I could put it out now. TMZ already put it out. They got a video, and it said like, yeah, Tekashi orders a hit on arrival. Oh my God, TMZ, you snitching. TMZ, oh my God, bruh. TMZ just gonna put it out like you trying to get someone to catch a case. How you gonna just put that? For real, man. This is exactly what TMZ said. They said Tekashi ordered a hit on. Like you telling names and shit, bruh. TMZ, y'all get this. Listen, y'all gotta stay away from certain shit. Y'all fuck around and do that Fed time. Man, you don't play about them feds. You don't play about them feds, bro. The feds don't even come at you unless they got some shit. Motherfuckers be saying, oh, ego, yeah, clickbaited. Good, motherfuckers. I'm glad you clicked. Pay me. Fuck you, pay me. I'm glad. I hate that. Clickbait, yeah, clickbaited me. Good, you clicked. I'm glad you clicked. You like a gun out of bullets. You clicked. I hate when they do that in the comment section. You got me with the clickbait. You're a clickbait channel. Good. You clicking. As long as these paychecks looking right, you clicking. Keep clicking. Click, clack. But anyway, TMZ, they be clickbait. Like, don't say I actually talk about what the title of my video is. You know, I never just put like, you know, something crazy. Rainbow Bright has sex with Tekashi, and then you look at it and it had nothing to do with that. That's clickbait. TMZ be clickbaiting this shit. They be like, you know, P. Diddy punches a Blockbuster Video associate. And I'm like, click on it. Yeah, I had nothing to do with that. They just did one. They said Jamal Charlo calls Triple G and Canelo a bunch of cowards. And I was like, oh shit. unless they got some deleted scenes. But the video they posted, he didn't say the word coward, and they just added that. TMZ be adding shit, and they be trying to help you catch a case. They said Tekashi ordered a hit. Oh my God, these motherfuckers snitching. Yeah, TMZ will add shit onto you. Listen, if I blow up bigger than this, where we at right now, don't be adding no shit to my word. Like, you know, trying to, if a girl, you know, accuse me of some stupid shit, Me Too or some shit I didn't do, don't be adding no shit. Ego said, fuck her right in the pussy. Like, I did not say that. You lying. I did not say fuck her right in the pussy. You just gonna add that. Don't be adding no shit to my shit. Trying to make me like I'm on some Cosby shit. Bitch, please. I would like to talk to you about fuck her in the pussy. Like, don't be trying to Cosby my shit. Motherfucker. I'm a YouTuber. I ain't gotta beg for this shit. Anyway, I'm out. Nah, that's that Donald Trump shit. Grab him by the pussy and all that. Yeah, man, I don't do all that. I got my own emoji now. They say I'm sexy now. I got my own emoji. Killed the game. Who else you know in boxing did it like that? Got their own emoji. Came in the game. I came into this game, want more paper than Puff. Now I realize Puff paper ain't enough. I'm out. You said Alden is this. Man down. Holla at the kid. Something special.